Welcome everybody to an introduction to the TerraTech R&D. Because when I uploaded last video where I said that I got the R&D mode, I got a couple of questions like, what is R&D? Well, the R&D mode is here, where you start out with player tech number 10 or the energy spire. You've got a teleporter in every single zone, and you can pretty much just go if you want to, and then you can already find some other things. But let's just say that the easiest way to get there is just through the teleporter. Prototype blocks is, well, all of the new experimental blocks. Starting out with the trailer wheels, then all kinds of hooks for like double tech, then the anti-air gun, then the laser sword, then onto the fireworks cannon, which is really nice at this time of year, because of course we just had New Year's. Then next up, the resource radar. Not sure if it works yet, but it's amazing if it does. Then dynamo generator for power generation on the go, when your wheels would actually be turning, which mine are not. Then all kinds of ramps. The sticky cannon, which we got last video. The anti-grav cannon, which we got as well. All kinds of little like rotary things for combining two techs together in a really specific way, not like the trailer type of thing we had over there. Then the ball joints, and also the top nose propeller, which we already have. Is it useful that this is here? Not really, because you can still access the inventory and you have all of them in an infinite amount anyways. So that's not exactly useful. Target practice, it's useful, but meh. I mean, this is just to show off to your friends, like, look, I am able to destroy the brick in a single hit. Well, that's difficult. And then your friend is like, well, I can destroy the brick too in a single hit. And then you're like, well, yeah, no, that's just impossible. Alright. Then here we had two exploding bombs. One of them was dynamite, one was an actual bomb. And then here we have just two target thingies. Next up, turret run. Exactly what it says it is. It's a run where you can go through all kinds of turrets. I don't think it's every single turret TerraTech has to offer, but it has quite a couple of different ones, including one which has my corpse next to it. And including a cluster bot. And here we have one with, that's right, those things and missiles and the cluster bot. Ow, that hurts, stupid missile one. Ow, and my shields are down. Missiles, I don't like you, and railgun, yeah, now we're going to die again. Let's just try to get back. Ow, that hurts even more. We're so close, and yet, we're not going to die. Alright, next one is the testing apparatus, which is really interesting. It's pretty much just target practice, but in my eyes, better. It has the DPS target thingy. So, we do 2790, 7200, 7290, 7700. All kinds of different amounts of damage per second. So if you just want to know how much do two of these mortars do, they do 582. Alright, so a weighing platform where we weigh in at just 51.5. Now, pretty much going to be like almost the end of like what we're actually going to show. Stunt ramps, literally every single one of the adventure ramps with like acrobatics in the mission. I guess this is just the like racing part of it already, and there is the teleporter. Okay, so the racing part does not technically count for the acrobatics, but it's really close because at the moment we're actually already at racetracks. So playground. It's really dumb, to be honest, especially now you can spawn in biomes, because this is pretty much just, can I get over this hill? Yes, apparently I can get over this hill, just not without taking damage. How good am I at like going through the pylons? Really bad. Alright, good to know. Does my hover spaz out if I just go over the slightest bump? No, but this tech does take damage. That's all it is. Crafting zone. If it should be called crafting zone or harvest zone, I don't exactly know, because of course this is pretty much just mainly for harvesting, to be honest. Yes, there is a crafting table here. So if you want to create your own, of course you can craft. But other than that, it's mainly for harvesting, in my opinion. For like making your geocorps that actually do well. Landmarks. Most of these I have never ever seen, so maybe they're not even in game yet. But here we have all kinds of different landmarks. And of course the most important landmark is the Jenga Tower. So next up, middle of nowhere. Literally the middle of almost nowhere, because if you keep driving for long enough you can get to the biomes and such. And alright, so if you're in the middle of nowhere like I am right now, and I mean the middle of nowhere because we are still 3 kilometers away from the crafting station, you can of course return to checkpoint, and then you're back at the energy spire. And, well, pretty much just the entire beginning. Now we just find biomes. All kinds of biomes. Alright, so well done that you made it this far into the video. I know we didn't actually do anything, we didn't make another tech like I said we would probably be doing. But I thought we should just do this right now, because people didn't really know what R&D mode meant. So this is just a bit to clear up, and hopefully you did enjoy this enough to keep watching somehow. But well done that you made it this far into the video. Consider watching the video in your lower left, but that's all I'm going to have for you today. And I'll see you in another video. Bye.